And yep, my fufu or swallow with yellow yam stayed yellow. So that's a good thing.
The Jam family. Where Irie living the good life. We're royal, cruising through the West Indies, having fun, enjoying the good life. Jam family, the Jam family, yeah. Jam fam, come hang with me.
Hello, Wagwan. Big up yourself, whether you're there yard or you're there abroad. Welcome back, Jam Fam Tribe. You know, I've been pondering over the weekend because I wanted to try and get my mind into a balance because of some of the things that are happening here. And I decided to give myself a challenge to think about all the things or some of the things that I find a pleasure having moved back to Jamaica. And one of the things that I find such a pleasure is the natural resource that's around us, just nature in itself, so majestic and so calming, soothing and relaxing. Whether you're going from Mandeville to Balaclava like I did a couple months ago, driving through the forest, it was just so breathtaking, so pristine. Or if it's going down Spurtree Hill like I've done a couple times now, and just having that magnificent view of the plains below, and it just takes your breath away and make you just want to relax. It just soothes your spirit as you see these things. Or whether it's the meandering journey through the junction to go to Portland, or even a coastal town when you rack up on the shores and you just hear that water rushing in and splashing against the shores and nicely going back out to sea. It's just such a breathtaking, refreshing experience when you are able to just sit and bask in it. One of the other things I find quite comforting is also the food. Whether you go to a street food and you're buying patties from the shops, or you're buying jerk chicken from somewhere, or you're buying fried fish and bami, or festivals, or you're having an ice cream cake or some Jamaican sweet treats. It's just such an experience to savor the taste. You know, you get to enjoy the taste of the food. You can actually experience a firework on your tongue, and your taste buds go through a different experience because there is actually flavor in the food. It's not just because of how it's cooked, it's also because of how it's grown. You know, the care that has been taken to make sure that it is being grown as organic as possible, and the soil on which it's grown, so that you can get all of that flavor that it brings. You know, I had some sweet potato the other day, and it was so foody. And it tasted so different. I haven't had that in quite a while. And the other thing I like is the fact that the pace that I'm able to go at, that I get to be able to wake up in the morning and look at the sunrise and enjoy that. In the afternoon, I can enjoy the sunset. I can sit down and have an experience when I go on, when I sit in my garden and hear the birds, the renditions that they do, or when I go on my walking trail and just look at the different plants and animal life that you see along the way, and just being able to enjoy that and take the time. You get the time to really just sit and relax and enjoy. You're not rushing if you don't have to. You can take your time to go at a pace that is manageable. Another thing that I find refreshing being here is the fact that I can come out and enjoy the sunshine. You know, in spite of my challenges with the sun and the fact that I don't really like when my environment is too hot, I get the chance to just sit and allow my skin, my body to be sun-kissed. It does such wonders for my my mood, my emotion, my body in general. It's just such an experience, and I know that these experiences can be gotten elsewhere, but for me at this moment in time, I'm getting it from being here in Jamaica. And one of the highlights for me is that I'm at the tail end of a winter. Okay, I'm at the tail end of a winter, and for the first time I've gone through a winter in years and not going through any form of depression or feeling like I need to get away and escape, or I can't function the way I need to function. And it's not that I don't have stressful situations. I do have a lot of things that I'm having to juggle with the transition, the move here, with other things to do with balancing financially and making sure that we are able to manage and cope with the changes that we have, able to make sure that we are settling in properly in terms of our home, and lots of other things, that lots of moving parts, that we're trying to get to work whilst we're transitioning. And it some days it's really stressful, and all the thought process and everything, just smoothing into this transition and looking at ways that we're able to earn whilst we are here without being stressed in the 9-to-5 system. And so all of those things that's been managed at the same time, that has its stressful elements to it, and I still was able to manage that so well through this winter period, going through the tail end of it, without any element or any sign of feeling the stress to the level that I feel depressed or down. And I am so grateful. I'm so grateful. It's so lovely to feel that you've got things under control, emotionally, psychologically, in every scenario. And I am so pleased that I am in this place that I call home. Coming back to Jamaica, I know that there are going to be challenges and there are struggles, and I'll talk to you about those another time. But at the moment, I am just basking. Right now the sun is coming in and it's just shining down, and it feels so good to just be able to experience the morning sun. And I just wanted to stop to say to you that wherever you are, just spend some time to think about what the things are that make it a pleasure, that you can see as value to your life, your existence, and meaningful in the way that you're living, so that you can use that to give you that added energy that you need to do some of the things that you do need to do. Because sometimes we get so bogged down with the struggles and the stresses, and we need to just take some time to think about those good things, the simple things that sometimes we take for granted. And so that's what I wanted to share with you today, some of our pleasures for moving here and how we're experiencing those. I decided today that I am going to make some yam fufu. I've been having a craving for it since the last time I ate it, and it's quite a while ago, so I thought I'd just indulge my taste buds today and make some. So I've already done most of the preparation, so I'll just show you where I'm at the moment. So I've already put my oil, so I have some oil in the water that I've got here. I've already cut up and peeled, diced and blend my yam. I'm using yellow yam. I've put in a bit of lemon juice just to try and help it to oxidize less, as a friend suggested. After all, it's science to stave off the darkness of the color that it gets if it doesn't have it. So we'll see how that works out as well. So I will show you the end product, and I will also show you how I am going to eat it today. It looks like as I put it in on the flame. So I've put it on a low flame at the moment just to get it to heat up, and then I'll turn it down a little bit more, and that's what the solution looks like. So I'm just going to keep stirring it until it starts to thicken. Once it starts to thicken, then I'm going to need both my arms to keep it going so it doesn't become lumpy or hardy. So at the moment you can see it's starting to thicken, so I'm going to need to move quickly and swiftly to get it to not be lumpy, and I'll show you what it looks like at the end. So far it's still maintaining its yellowness, so that's good. So we're at this stage now. I've turned the flame down so that it can slowly cook whilst it's drying. I've added a bit of about half a teaspoon of butter in there as well, so that I can get it to be nice and creamy. You just need to keep it turning so it doesn't stick or burn. Now that it's moving like this in the pot, I can make it into a ball. I know it's finished, I just want it to get to this. You can dry it a bit more if you want to, depending on how soft you want it, how malleable you want it when you serve it. I know that once it cools, it's going to get a little bit harder than this. So I'm going to turn my flame off now and just let the heat from the pot do the rest of the drying out. The other thing to keep in mind is if it gets too thick too quickly, you can add some warm water in there just to get it back going. And if it's too wet, then you just put it on a low flame and keep stirring until it dries to the level that you want it. But that's what it looks like now. And this is it all plated out now. So yes, you do need to have a stew with it, so that's why I have a lot of sauce in my stew. I didn't put any vegetable in my stew. I had that stew from a dinner previously, so I'm using it here. And no, it's not maize or corn, whichever one you say. It's yam. So this is the yam that I used. It's a yellow yam, and I used that to do it. Bon appetit. I've just cut up some star fruit because I'm going to make a star fruit juice. So I've cut them up, and I've cut up my ginger already and have it in my blender. So I'm just going to show you. So I've cut up the star fruit, and the ginger is already at the bottom of the blender. So everything is already in place. So what I'm going to do now is to just add some water to this and blend, and then I'm going to strain and then sweeten. So I can either choose to sweeten it with sugar, or I could use syrup. If I don't like the color it gives, then I could use syrup and just add it to it just to give it a little bit of a sweetened taste and cut some of the tanginess. And then I'm just going to put it to chill so that I can have it as a lovely drink. If you are the type of person who like to garnish your glass, then you could leave a piece and then just slice and use it on the edge as your garnish. But I'm just going to put all of mine in and then just make my drink. So I will show you what the end product look like. There's 3 star fruit that I had, and I just cut those up, and I used about 700 mils of water to make it. I've gotten it all blended, strained it twice, and now I'm ready to get it sweetened and ready for chilling. So I will just show you the amount I have. So it's that amount, and that's the color of it. I don't personally like the color of it, so I'm going to change that and fix that. So I decided that I'm just going to put some syrup in. So I've got some syrup. I'm just going to add some of it to it just to sweeten it, and then get it to the taste I want. That should be enough to sweeten it. I don't really want it too sweet. And then it gives me that sort of a ripe guava looking color, and I prefer that, so that would work for me. So now all I'm going to do is to just chill and then enjoy the refreshing drink later on.
Hello. Wagwan, big up yourself. Whether you're there abroad.
Welcome back, Jam Fam Tribe. Today we're going to be just sharing a bit of our game evening with you. So which game was it?
We're playing a race car board game.
And so I've never played it before. Have you?
No.
So we've never played it before, but we thought we were going to experiment and see how it goes. It sounds pretty simple how to play it, so we're going to see how it goes. So you need a die, and we have the marker pieces, and we have the board. So we're just going to share that with you so you see it. So this is the board. So we start, and then you have to score a 6 in order to move, and then after that, whoever scores a 6 get to roll again, and then you just move around the board and try to get to the finish. To get to the finish, you have to score the exact number of points or squares needed in order to do so. So it sounds like a tricky one, but I think it reminds me of Ludo. So we're going to have a go at it and see how we get
reminds me
on
of snake and ladders.
as well. And it gives
Because
you
the
some
negative point, you have to
move
go down the
backwards and
snake, and then this one you got the ladder.
the backwards and forwards. So we're at the finishing line. I've been sitting here waiting. I need to score 2. Eliona need to score 4. And then, what do you know? Her dice just landed on 4. So
1, 2, 3, 4.
So that's a win.
I'm going to get bragging rights for 3 days.
Oh my goodness, please don't. I cannot believe it. I've been sitting there waiting for 2 to win, and she was all the way around the other side of the board.
And I kept getting -9.
Yeah. And now she ended up coming back and winning. So you're no underdog, are you? Nope. Triumphant and victorious indeed. So, up for the next game? Alright then. Let's see who's going to win this one. I'm just coming back from a meeting, and I thought I would just stop and relax and buy myself a chicken patty and enjoy and just reflect on how the meeting went, because it went really well. Whilst we were there, but I just wanted to reflect on some of the things that we spoke about and how I see it moving forward, and try and see what sort of things I didn't highlight at the time that I can still add to my report and my write-up. But it's been a good morning so far, so I thought I'd take some time to just reflect on it and evaluate how it went, and then see how I can forward think for where next to go and how next to maneuver to solve the problem that I'm contending with, and see how that materializes. So I'll keep you posted. My father brought me these apples today, and I've washed them already and everything, and I'm now just going to eat one. I haven't had one of these apples in so long. I can't even recall how long ago I've had them. So at the moment now, I'm just going to try and see if I can have one of them, and I'm going to go for the one that looks nice and juicy. That's already brought back a lot of childhood memories, eating it. That's nice, soft, juicy, sweet. Really good. Awesome. Oh, just in case, I know it looks like the pear, conference pear, or any of the other type of pear, but it is actually apple, Ethiopian apple. One of the things that I saw in the shops here as a snack is breadfruit chips. Yes, breadfruit chips. I know we're used to seeing banana chips and plantain chips, especially if you're from tropical areas in the world where banana is grown a lot. But breadfruit chips is a thing. I know we've seen coconut chips and cassava chips and all of those, but this breadfruit chip, one of the companies here that does a lot of banana, I've noticed that they do a breadfruit chip. So I've picked it up and I've been having it, and it's quite nice, and it's refreshing to see that they're new ways of how to utilize the resources that we have. So I'm just going to have a go at it. So I've opened it now, and I'm just going to taste it to see what it tastes like, or show you what it tastes. So this is what it looks like, and it's nice and crunchy. It's lightly salted, really good. Jam Fam Tribe, it's been a pleasure being able to spend this time with you this morning and sharing about some of the pleasures of being in Jamaica. I am grateful that we were able to have this type of conversation together, and I look forward to more that we will have. So I'm going to now say bye for now, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day wherever you are.